Hey everybody, Marty Sleva here alongside Lucy O'Brien.
Hello, Marty.
Hello, we're at E3.
We're at E3?
Yeah, the first thing we saw on the first day of E3 was Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
And both of us walked away from the hands-off demo quite impressed.
Yeah, well, we saw 20 minutes of actual gameplay,
Yeah.
which is really significant considering so much has been talked about the story and the weightiness of the story. And of course,
Yeah.
the trailer at Sony's press conference was fairly story heavy.
Yeah, I mean, fairly story-heavy. And so we sat down, there was a very brief cutscene, but then it just immediately opened up into this gorgeous open world.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Red Dead.
Absolutely. So you're in Afghanistan, Snake's on horseback, but yeah, it has that Red Dead feel where you can go wherever, do whatever. The music sort of swelled when you got close to an enemy. But yeah, so the overall goal was to find Master Miller, or find intel on who kidnapped Master Miller.
Yeah.
But it was cool to see that this massive open world, you had the single objective, but you were able to accomplish it by any means necessary. And what I liked is that they did it mostly non-lethally, and that the Fulton system from Peace Walker came back.
Yeah, it was incredible to see the Fulton system back. And what's more, it's not just enemies that you can Fulton up anymore.
Yeah.
It's vehicles.
Yep.
We saw a sheep.
Yeah.
Being raised into
Yeah.
the air, which was fantastic.
That was best. Yeah, that was the best. But so the really cool thing is not only it's not like they just go up in the air and now they're a pockmark on a menu. You can chopper back to Mother Base, which looks like Big Shell. It's out on the ocean, and there's this massive, fully customizable base where every soldier and gun and crate and tank and sheep that you Fulton back is roaming around. So we went back there and we saw the sheep.
Just roaming around.
It was really cool. I really like the kind of customizable aspect. We mentioned in our preview that I felt it like something like Skies of Arcadia or Suikoden, where it has this like base building to it. But I thought that was really cool. So what did you think of the actual sort of on the ground in Afghanistan, tactical gameplay?
Right. Well, I mean, I was very impressed. Like Ground Zeroes, this is a new fluid. Big boss. He moves in that kind of. He's still moving in that gorgeous kind of fluid way. But there are a couple of features that have been brought back that weren't in Ground Zeroes. For example, with his prosthetic arm, he can now wall knock to catch attention of the guards.
He can arm knock.
Oh, that's
too.
right. He can arm knock.
Knock it. He doesn't even need a wall anymore.
Yeah. So he can do that. Of course, the cardboard box is back. We knew this was coming because Kojima tweeted it out. But this is a cool kind of tripped out special box.
Yeah.
And what's more, boss can actually leap out of the top of the box. Snipe someone and then go back in.
Yeah, that was cool. This is like now the all-purpose box.
It's now the all-purpose box, and of course now when you're walking along in the box and you get spotted, it's no longer the death sentence it once was, because you can dive into cover, and then the box acts as a decoy.
Yep.
And then obviously you can take your target out.
Yeah, I mean the demo was really cool. It was gorgeous. It showed us the gameplay that we finally actually wanted to see. Also, evidently this snake is now called Venom Snake.
Yeah.
Which we saw as we walked in. So that's a little, I don't know, I think Konami was teasing that a little bit, but I'm sure we'll see more.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
The only sort of big other notable change from Ground Zeroes was the system marker is returned from Peace Walker. But not only will the system marker help you with supplies and airstrikes, but you can actually call on your team to scope out areas and pinpoint enemies that you might not be able to see from your immediate position.
Yeah, it seemed like they're just throwing a lot of variables at you in this open world, which I think is great, because that means that the way I play it is going to be very different than the way you play it, and then we can talk about it, and you're going to be like, holy crap, there's a lot of cool stuff to do in this game.
Yeah, it was the perfect amalgamation of the old and the new, I thought.
Absolutely. So that was our take on Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. We have so much more here down in LA, and so for everything else Metal Gear and E3, you're already in the right place. IGN.